Hola! Today on Travelling Fabulously, it's my top 10 things to do in Lisbon. And no, it's not eat Portuguese tarts 10 times. No, there's more to Lisbon than just Portuguese tarts. Although I can't believe I just said that. So come on, let's go exploring Lisbon.
You know what I say, whatever you do it fabulously. So why don't you come and join me on this week's episode of Travelling Fabulously. One of the best things about travelling fabulously is finding new fabulous cities and countries to visit. Lucky for me, I got to go on my honeymoon with my best friend, whilst my husband stayed at home and minded the dogs. Where did I go? Well, usually when my baby stays at home, I go to Rio de Janeiro. Oh yeah, when my baby... No, that was the wrong words to that song, wasn't it? Anyway, no, I went to Lisbon. Lisbon is a fantastic city. Great food, friendly people, wonderful weather, old and modern architecture, a rich full history, and so much to see and do. This is my first video in a series of videos on Lisbon for you. So in this first episode, we are going to start with my top 10 things to do in Lisbon. Yay! I love a good top 10. Yay! So now it's my top 10 things to do in Lisbon with number 10, go to the Centre of the Unknown. The Centre of the Unknown is part of the Champalimaud Foundation. It's a well-known Portuguese entrepreneur who passed away in 2004. Upon his instructions from his will, the foundation created the Centre of the Unknown. The mission of the centre is to develop programs of advanced biomedical research and provide clinical care of excellence, with a focus on translating pioneering scientific discoveries into solutions which can improve the quality of life of individuals around the world. Well, so Wikipedia says anyway. The complex is well worth a visit when you come to Lisbon. It consists of medical facilities that include laboratories, clinical centres, auditoriums for conferences, as well as an exhibition centre. But for the everyday public like yourselves, there's amazing sculptures, modern architecture of the building itself to check out. You can stroll along the waterfront, take in the amazing views whilst being only a 10-minute walk from the historic Belém Tower. There's also an exotic interior botanical garden and the delicious Darwin Cafe, which serves fantastic food with even more fantastic views. Sit back with a glass of wine, a good book, and eat some delicious food and take in the amazing view. Why don't you, on my top 10 things to do in Lisbon, the Centre of the Unknown.
We all try hard to live all our lives in harmony, for fear of falling swiftly overboard. But when life is both a major and a minor key, just open up the door.
Number 9, check out the pavements. They may be a little slippery when wet, like my favourite Bon Jovi album, but you should be looking down in Lisbon for different reasons than why you look down in Paris. No, not for the dog poo, but for the artistic Portuguese pavements. Number 8, check out the street art. Lisbon is a cultural city of Europe in many ways, and its attitude towards and celebration of street art has made it a favourite amongst street artists from around the world. Creativity is in abundance here, and you don't have to go far to see modern street art mixed in with the statues and pavement designs of the past.
We're like two different species, still the same. We're like Jekyll and Hyde.
Number 7, go to the toilet. What? Why do I recommend that you go to the toilet? Well, this view of the city not only is amazing, but it has a secret tunnel underneath that many people don't check out.
This tunnel is a history of Lisbon in cartoon form.
But when we are apart, I bleed and I starve, and I miss your sweet...
As well as a public toilet.
Number 6 in my top 10 things to do in Lisbon. Try a tart. That's right, They are possibly the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in a very, very long time.
I'm really excited, about to have my first Portuguese tart. Here in Portugal, they just call them tarts.
Number 5 on my top 10 things to do in Lisbon is do a free walking tour. One of the best things to do in Lisbon is a free walking tour. That's right, a free walking tour. Yep, Pedro is showing us around Lisbon, doing a fantastic job, and you just give him a tip at the end. My tip is going to be where to get a really good hairdresser. Lisbon seems to have a lot of tour companies, so my tip would be to check out their reviews and make sure you get to go on a good one. It was amazing. Throughout my time in Lisbon, I heard tour guides speaking a range of different languages all over the city, not just English, Portuguese, Russian, German, Spanish, Dutch, loads of tour guides from loads of countries showing Lisbon around. Pedro, our tour guide, was fantastic, with lots of explanations about the history and local stories on the city. He even told us about this very lucky statue.
What it is for.
A lottery ticket.
Lottery tickets, exactly. Lottery.
I'm here with my lucky man. I've just bought a lottery ticket. Let's hope he works. Please, work. Number 4 on my top 10 things to do in Lisbon. Go to the Timeout Markets. The Timeout Markets were created in 2014 and are a food hall food market, as well as a place where you can shop and do cooking classes. You eat delicious food here with tourists and locals alike. Just walk around, work out what you want to eat, find a table, secure your spot, that's really important. Go and order your food, eat, drink, and chat with friends and family, or the people next to you. Number 3 on my top 10 things to do in Lisbon, take the number 28 tram. This is the most fabulous way to see the city, one of the best tram routes in town, which also means it's one of the most popular. It's pot luck really as to whether or not you get loads of people on the tram or not. So brace for crowds, sit back if you can with your head out the window, watch out for those close buildings and other trams and cars though, and ride on the number 28 tram.
Fabulous things on a fabulous tram, the number 28 tram.
Number 2 on my top 10 things to do in Lisbon, check out the Santa Justa lift, or the elevator as I like to call it. Don't pay to go up the elevator though. Nope, don't wait in line for hours to get in. My advice here, go the back way. There's a restaurant upstairs that actually goes to the level below the paid viewing platform. So you just go through the restaurant, everybody does, and access the platform that through there. It's free, hardly anyone goes on it, and it's the same view as everybody else that's paid and waited in the line for hours upstairs. So check out the elevator with the free view. Drum roll everybody. My number 1 thing to do in Lisbon, visit the LX Factory. The LX Factory was a disused fabric company's factory complex once, and basically in ruin. But now it's been turned into an artist studio complex with boutiques, shops, fabulous restaurants with loads of great street food, as well as sculptures from many of the artists who reside in the complex. It's a destination all on its own and well worth my number 1 stop on the best things to do in Lisbon. That's right, go check out the LX Factory.
Thanks for joining me on the top 10 things to do in Lisbon. It was so much fun, and there's so much more to do. If you like this video, press the like button, share me around. I love to be shared around. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to Fabulousness by subscribing to my videos. Yay! And remember what I say, Whatever you do it fabulously.